Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brandon here again with another video, another printer video. Today it's about the Kodak 9250. These printers here have a lot of issues with the printhead. On these printers, for some reason, they go bad quickly. They start sucking up a lot of ink. You probably know what I'm talking about if you have one of these printers and they're a little older. Basically, this is what I do if the printhead is having problems. I'm going to show you today what I do. I take out the printhead and I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. Now, if for whatever reason after doing this the printhead is still creating issues, you're going to just want to change the printhead. And then if that doesn't work, you're going to want to take other steps into either getting a new printer or figuring out what's going on with that printhead that you bought, which should have been new. So I have the printhead here. I cleaned it recently and it's still wet there, as you can see. Let me focus in on that. And I'll go ahead and show you what I did prior to this. So here we go. I'm going to kind of go out of order. So this would be in here. Boom. Okay, you'll be having your issues or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Now I'm gonna have an issue here because I do not have any ink in here, and I currently don't have any in stock. I usually do. I know I threw some out, but that's because it was old. These printers develop a lot of different issues. Yeah, see, ink cartridge is missing or not installed correctly. Install black and color ink. Okay, so either way, if I would have had ink in there, it would have been fine. But what you're gonna want to do is, you're having issues, it's not printing right, it's sucking up a lot of ink. This is the first thing you want to do before you go out and buy a new printer or even change the printhead. Although that wouldn't be a bad idea, just buying a new printhead right away. But if you want to go ahead and do this before you spend even that little bit of money, this is the quickest, cheapest way to do it. Alright, so that's going to come right up right when you open this top piece. You're going to go ahead and lift this latch here. Okay, you're going to take that out. I'm going to place it over here. Then you're going to want to grab a container. Okay, and I'm not gonna re-demonstrate this, but basically you're going to want to dilute this, half alcohol, half water. You're going to grab your printhead, you're going to dip it right in there, and usually I like to keep it wedged so that this is all soaked in. Okay, and just like a dirty dish, you're going to leave this either overnight or as long as you think is needed. This should clean it all up, and like I did in my last video, I will go ahead and spray this down after I soak this out when I'm done with that. So let's say it's been overnight. I go ahead and grab my spray again. Something like that. You want to go ahead and make sure that it's clean. I mean, it should be clean after this part, but you want to make sure to, get it as clean as possible because this could potentially help alleviate your problem. Now you would take it out and go ahead and clean it off. Obviously, you're going to want this to be completely clean, especially these connectors here. Sorry, my flash turned off. So I already have, this is for actually a 7250. So I'll tag that in the video. Even if you have a 7250, this would work the same way. They take the same printhead, and I'm installing it on a 9250. It's the same thing. It's the exact same printhead. There's no difference. All right, so boom, you pop it back in, and this is not guaranteed to fix your problem, but this could potentially help your problem because this is the majority of problems with printers. These printheads get clogged up and they need cleaning. So you want to make sure to try this at least first before you go out and buy a new printhead, which would be the next step. If this does not work, you go ahead and buy yourself a new printhead. It's not necessary to go buy a whole new printer. Now, if that printhead doesn't work, you're going to want to consult with the person you bought it from. You're going to want to buy that printhead new. And if there's an issue there, I would probably just say get a new printer. These printers are very expensive. You don't want to be messing around with something like that. There are plenty of printers that do the same thing. I mean, if you have the same ink for it, you want to get the same printer. But I would highly recommend looking into buying maybe another version, maybe the 7250. Even with that, I mean, the experience with Kodaks with me, when they get older, the printheads go bad. And if you can't get a good printhead, a good new one, I would recommend just getting a new type of printer. So that's my advice. I've been dealing with these printers for a while now. Hope you liked the video. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below, and I will try to respond as soon as I can. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a good day.